The Kanem-Bornu Empire, the empire that prayed with swords. They said faith brings peace. But in the heart of Africa, faith rode with warriors. They prayed to God before battle and believed victory was a form of worship. This was no ordinary kingdom. This was the Kanem-Bornu Empire, an African power that fused spiritual devotion with military might. A realm where faith was their shield, but conquest was their language. Before we dive deeper into this hidden chapter of African history, make sure to subscribe to The Hidden Voice, where Africa's untold empires rise again from the sands of time. Long before colonial borders divided the heart of Africa, the lands around Lake Chad were the cradle of a powerful civilization. From the desert's edge to the fertile plains, tribes united under one destiny, the Zagawa people, founders of the Kingdom of Kanem. They mastered trade routes that linked the Sahara to the Mediterranean. Gold, salt, and slaves flowed through their markets, and with wealth came ambition and the desire to forge a divine empire. In the 11th century, Islam crossed the desert sands, not as a conqueror, but as an idea. The kings of Kanem embraced it, and from that moment, the empire's destiny changed forever. The ruler Mahomet became the first to accept Islam. He sent envoys to Cairo, scholars to Mecca, and warriors to spread the faith. But theirs was not a quiet conversion. It was a faith that marched with banners and blades. They believed that God favored the strong, and that defending their empire was defending their faith itself. Then came the Saifawa dynasty, rulers whose name meant sword. For nearly 1,000 years, their bloodline held the throne. Imagine that, a dynasty older than most European crowns. Their greatest king, Mai Idris Aluma, was both a conqueror and a reformer. He built mosques, established schools, and rewrote the laws of the land. But he also commanded armies that shattered rival states across the Sahel. His warriors prayed before dawn, rode at sunrise, and fought until the horizon burned red. They called themselves the Swords of Allah, not because they sought destruction, but because they believed they were chosen to bring order to chaos. Kanem-Bornu became a bridge between Africa's north and south, a crossroads of cultures, ideas, and faith. Its cities were alive with scholars, scribes, and traders. Camels carried gold, ivory, and manuscripts through the desert winds. They forged alliances with Egypt, Fezzan, and the Hausa states. And at its height, Kanem-Bornu was one of the most powerful Muslim empires in Africa. But like all great powers, their might invited envy, and time, as always, demanded a price. By the 17th century, internal rivalries and invasions weakened the empire. The desert that once protected them became a silent witness to their decline. Yet their faith endured. Even after their empire fell, the people of Bornu kept their traditions, their Quranic schools, and their pride. Their descendants still live around Lake Chad, and their legacy whispers in the wind, a reminder that Africa's greatest powers were not just built on gold or conquest, but on belief strong enough to move empires. The Kanem-Bornu Empire prayed with swords, but they also built bridges of faith and identity that still stand today. This is The Hidden Voice, where forgotten empires rise again. If you believe history belongs to those who remember, subscribe, and let the truth echo once more.